Before we continue, I have something to say. I know each one of us has been through a chaotic life experience before. And something that I came to realize is there is an extraordinary power in connection. For example, how many of you have ever seen a sweater being knitted? You've seen how those threads connect to each other to form something whole, right? Well, that is the same thing with life. These threads that I'm talking about represent the experiences we've had in life. And each experience is connected to another to form something greater than us. Same thing with soul connections. There's an invisible dance between two souls. And it's not just about the shared laughters or the comforting silences, no. It's about the resonance when two hearts beat in harmony. That's why anytime we are in our loneliest moments, we need these threads of life to pull us back from the edge. Because we are not solitary beings. We are interconnected spirits. Look at our universe, for example. Our universe is a living testimony of the connections I'm talking about. The galaxy is bound by gravity, right? The stars share their light across the cosmos. And that alone should be a reminder that even in your darkest moments, even in your loneliest moments, you are part of something greater. And don't get me wrong. Connection is not about the people who stood by us. No. It's about the energy that those people bring into our lives. It's about the warmth in a friend's voice. It's about the understanding in a lover's gaze. It's also about the shared vulnerability between strangers who become kindred spirits. All I'm saying is this. There's a healing power in shared stories. And before we make a toast, I want you to remember this. Every shared burden will always become lighter. And every journey, despite how difficult it may be, trust me, it's going to be bearable. So, raise your glasses. Here is to life. Here is to connections in our lives. Here is to friendship that becomes home. Here is to bonds that weather storms. We are all beautifully connected. Remember that. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you.
No, don't you dare walk away from me, and don't tell me that you're sorry. Don't tell me to forget about it, and don't you dare tell me to let it go. God knows I'd like to. I wish I could, but I can't. I can't forget that we had something, and you're running away. You're running away from something I've searched for all my life. And why? Simply because you're scared. Oh, well, I'm scared too. But you and I have something worth fighting for. We could make it work. It's not going to be easy, but I care about you. And I know that deep down, under this pitting bravado, that you care about me too. It's a human experience, and you can deny it all you want, but you will only be lying to yourself. You're simply denying the wonderful fact that you're emotional and vulnerable and alive. Can you honestly tell me that I mean nothing to you? That all we've had means nothing? See, I feel sorry for you because I'll move on. I'll find someone else and I'll be alright because I will know that I tried, that I gave everything I could. But you will look back someday and you will realize what you threw away. And you know what? You will regret it.
You know, I don't just get it. Why is it people feel the need to pressure us most of the time? Pressure to fit in, pressure to conform to the expectations. It's exhausting. It's like we are constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to be ourselves, afraid to do what's right. But you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of pretending to be what I'm not just to please others. I'm done.
You don't understand. You don't ever listen to the things that I have to say to you. It's always a one-way conversation. First you come to me complain about the things that you think I don't do, and you do so to make me feel angry because for some reason you think that by making me angry is going to make me work harder for the things I want in my life. I'm sorry, but that's not the way to help me move forward. Can't you just be my friend by supporting me and giving me encouragement? Do you have an idea of how impossible the things I'm trying to go after already is? Do you? All I'm asking is that you stop being so strategy oriented with me and start working with me. Give me sound advice, because by coming down at me does not help. I'm not telling you to hand spoon me, but be there for me the way I want you to be. That's what's disturbing me, Mom.
Hey yo, what it do, what it does though. Cardiac boy tap heavy, cover by air. Yeah, and welcome to my sales pitch. And our first item on the list is this bucket. Now, this is no ordinary bucket, it's one to die for. And on the side, you can stick a list of all the things you want to do before you die. Get this, it has ample space for you to wash your dirty linen, and you won't die if you kick it. Don't believe me? See? Still alive. Just 500 shillings na utakuwa umeupunch. You know how we are all sad? Going through a pandemic, and as such, we are told not to feel too entitled when our friends don't call to check in on us. Well, I have friends who promise me they'll be there when I needed them. Fam. They left me hanging. And here are the pegs they used. Buy them from me. And maybe later, you and I can hang out. P.S. I love the rain, so don't hang me out to dry. The few I talk to tell me to hang in there and forget that I own a rope. So be a dear and buy this rope for only 2K. With it, your crush will fall in love with you because you'll be in a position to tie the knot. And I'm sure you'll not be skipping my links because you'll have something else to skip. Most of us are bored during quarantine. Just movies, memes, and food. Movies, memes, and food. And yet they can barely cut it. But you know what can? These premium razor blades. I tried to cut myself, but my beautiful black skin kept screaming, black, don't crack, black, don't crack, black on crack, black on crack, black, don't crack, black, don't crack. Until my razor bled. But these ones, they will not bleed. Minifanoi brand damu. Minifanwake damu.
It wasn't him, Charlie. It was you. You remember that night at the garden when you came down my dressing room and said, "Kid, this ain't your night. You're going for the prize on Wilson." You remember that? This ain't your night. My night. I could have taken Wilson apart, so what happens? He gets the title shot outdoor on the ballpark, and what do I get? A one-way ticket to Palookaville. You was my brother, Charlie. You should have looked out for me just a little bit. You should have taken care of me just a little bit. Maybe I wouldn't have to take them dives for the short-end money. You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender, man. I mean, not a bum. That's what I am, let's face it. It was you, Charlie.
The truth is, I am tired. I didn't want to say this, but options are few. I don't want to keep this cliche, but it's true. The world seems to be pushing progress. So why do I feel like I'm sitting here, motionless? Have my views on progress been formed by society? Or are they my own reality? In my mind, it feels twisted, as if those thoughts never really existed. Damn, it's those thoughts again. You know the ones, the subconscious loops. And before you ask, yes, they are a big whoop. In my mind, they swarm, causing my body to squirm. It's time I take control. I need to take charge of my mind. And so I tell myself, thoughts are like waves. They may toss and they may turn, but they will never, and I will not let them, flip me over. I tell myself once and my mind is still squirming. I tell myself twice and my mind is still squirming. I tell myself a third time and my mind is getting still. I tell myself a fourth time and I'm thrown back to reality. You see, my progress is present. Sometimes I may happen to dissent, but I just need time to reassess the peace and the harmony I already possess.
Mom, mi nataka tu niambie ukweli. Who is my father? It's about time niache kukuwa naive kwa hii nyumba. How comes mom niko na complexion ya Mluya na ni mwenye unaniambia ni babangu ni Mkikuyu? How comes? You really think I'm that naive? Mom, niambie tu kweli babangu ni nani? Juu hata huyu dad Njoro ashaanza kunionyesha madharau. Leo ni siku ya graduation yangu. I just need the truth from you, mom. It won't hurt for you to tell me the truth. No, I'm not being emotional. I just need the truth. I'm not being weak, but I need... It's my right. It's my right, mom.
I always tend to believe that if you've seen my worst and still stay, you're a real one. You know, those parts of me that are too broken, too ugly, too messy. After all, nobody likes messy, huh? Those parts of me that I always thought were safer is hidden. Because once they're revealed, behind closed doors, they talk about you. But when around you, sweet words drip out of their tongues like honey. And they wear faces of sympathy and mere deceit as masks. And tell you the best lie that you ever heard. You can trust me. I always got you. That those people that you thought were your heaven become the ones that deliver a cold plate of brokenness at the doorsteps of your heart. And though time is a healer, time has taught me one thing. That the rare people are those that see your nakedness with all those darkened parts and love you and your scars. Are those people, they end up feeling like sunshine. And those right there, they are the real ones.